The little girl had just gotten on the bus when she heard the sound of a bomb. The driver told her to sit down, but the little girl said that the bus would explode. Everyone got off the bus, but the passengers told her not to make any trouble. The driver also told the little girl to show her proof. So the little girl locked up a suspicious man and told him to hand over his backpack. But she went through backpack and didn't see the bomb. It turned out that the bomb had been planted in the bottom of the bus. The passengers were convinced that the little girl had been lying, and driver was also ready to start the bus. The bad man even boasted that they wouldn't find the bomb. So the little girl broke the pipe and threatened everyone to get off the bus. The bomb had 1 minute left. The little girl lifted with all her might and lifted the bus over her head. Then she threw it in the air. It really exploded. The passengers finally believed her and apologized to the little girl. Then she was about to eat 10 pounds of meat to replenish her strength when she saw a bunch of bad guys eyeing the pretty woman and were about to take her away. The little girl quickly threw out her juice and hit the bad man on the head. The bad man was about to teach her a lesson. They were kicked away by the little girl with extraordinary speed. Their boss told the little girl to mind her own business, but the little girl immediately ran over. She taught them a good lesson. The bad guys just wanted to counterattack, but little girl gently stomped on her foot. She sent them flying to the ground. They had to run in dismay, and little girl left happily. However, the bad guys came back again. They brought the woman with them, and the boss asked the woman to marry him. When she refused, he told his men to teach her a lesson. Just then, a little yellow duck appeared. It turned out to be the little girl who had found them. She kicked the oncoming enemy with a single step. Then boss unleashed their ferocious wolf dogs, but at the command of the little girl, it stopped, and then turned around and pounced on the bad guys. One of the men drove his car towards the little girl, but her hands stopped the car, and little girl jumped into the car. She shattered the glass and threw the bad guy out of the car. The bad guys escaped immediately, and little girl managed to save the woman.